Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 7 and today we are going to give a presentation about silvicultural innovations to rehabilitate protection forests. Enjoy!
Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. These are the group members. There's Aflah, Nana, Firas, Anfit, Sultan, Ape, Puti, and Ara. Indonesian protection forests hold an important role in balancing and maintaining the ecosystem and biodiversity of the world. Based on Indonesian Constitution number 41 in the year 1999 about forestry, protection forest is defined as a forest that has the main function as protection of life support system, water regulator, flood prevention, erosion control, sea water infiltration prevention, and soil fertility maintenance. The degradations happening to protection forests may disturb these functions' performances and therefore increase the risk of natural disasters. According to Indonesian Ministry of Forestry, the main cause of forest degradation is illegal logging, with damage as high as 0.63 hectares per year in 2010. And according to Sarjono, 1998, in Subarna, 2011, these high numbers of loggings are caused by the needs of local farmers to create more farmland in the areas of protection forests to accommodate their daily needs. These actions threaten the quality and longevity of protection forests and its functions, which are crucial to the ecosystems. The loss of these functions can and will have negative side effects, not only on the environment, but eventually to the human race and the earth.
Those reasons are exactly why we need to start doing rehabilitation programs. These rehabilitation programs can help fix the impact of the degradation and deforestation and also recover the forest. The main goal of the rehabilitation program is to recover, maintain, and increase the quality of the land so that it can function optimally on its productions, water regulations, and protecting the ecosystem, said Pamulardi, 1995 in Tumanggor 2008. In protection forests, rehabilitation programs need to accommodate not only the utilization of the ecological functions, but also the economical usage. This means that it has to be both sustainable to the environment and also useful as a source of income, especially for the people surrounding the area. Therefore, this program needs to be thoroughly thought through. Based on the Indonesia Republic Ministry of Forestry Regulation number P25/Menhut/2010 about the guidelines for the implementation of forest and land rehabilitation in 2010, the outlines of protection forest rehabilitation includes drafting of RKRHL, seed provisioning, planting, and maintenance 1 and 2.
The first step of rehabilitating the protection forest is to make a forest and land rehabilitation design known as RKRHL. RKRHL is a detailed design of forest and land rehabilitation which will be implemented on each site that is listed in the Annual Plan of Forest and Land Rehabilitation or RTN-RHL. RKRHL is arranged a year before the activity starts or in a certain conditions that can be arranged in the current year. Activities of the rehabilitation program are arranged by a team formed by the head institution or satker if implemented independently, or by a third party if implemented contractually. It is supervised by BPDES, assessed by a functionally appointed official to verify RHL technical planning, and authorized by the head or head of RHL Activity Implementing Agency. This is the outline of RKRHL. It includes the general treatise, technical design, and RKRHL map design. In planting, there are 5 requirements needed for the rehabilitation program to be able to grow a sustainable protection forest, such as 1. Seedlings quality, 2. Security from disturbances, 3. Suitability of planting techniques, 4. Suitability of seasons, and 5. Suitability of site.
These are the outlines of planning. In general, there are 6 points. Point 1 is determination, measurement, and mapping of planned site. The idea is to get a grasp of whether or not the site is suitable for our purpose and needs. Point 2 is preparation of PTP or planning technique plans, which contains 4 subpoints such as general treatise of biophysical and social economy, activity design for seedling preparation, planning and maintenance, and then budget and cost design and overall activity schedule. In the big picture, point 2 is about gathering all knowledge regarding the site and community surrounding it, then creating the planning design, counting the budget and cost, and creating the activity schedule from it. Point 3 is time frame management. The difference with activity schedule in point 2 is that in this point, we produce an output of activity schedule for the whole planning program, while point 2 is only for the planning technique plans. And then point 4 is about budgeting and costs. Point 5 is about preparation for tools and materials. And lastly, point 6, which is about personnel mobilization.
According to Candy 2016, in order to determine the right system for the rehabilitation program, we need to adjust the planting technique and planting systems with the criteria of protection forest and its main function as protection of life support system. Protection forest main functions includes water regulator, erosion control, flood prevention, sea level infiltration prevention, and soil fertility maintenance. Next, these are the criteria of protection forest. First, slope is equal or more than 40%. Second, height is equal or more than 2,000 meters above sea level. Third, very sensitive of erosion. Fourth, has water absorption area. And fifth, has beach protection area. Next step is maintaining. Plant maintenance includes 1. Stitching. Stitching is the act of taking off dying and dead plants so that the growth of the plants would be uniform and healthy. 2. Weeding. Weeding is the act of eliminating weeds and other plants that can disturb the growth of the wanted plant. By eliminating the weeds and other plants, we can also eliminate the changes of water, nutrition, and space competition between them. 3. Hoeing. Hoeing is the act of digging and manipulating the soil around the plant to make it softer and to increase the flow of air and oxygen. 4. Fertilizing. Fertilizing is the act of giving fertilizer to the plant. This organic fertilizer can help add extra nutrition to promote plant growth and to ensure its quality.
Case study and innovation.
As for the innovation in rehabilitation of protection forests, we have chosen agroforestry. In forest rehabilitation, it is crucial to see the forest as a whole, how it connects inside out and creates one big picture. This includes not only the components of the forest, but also its impact on the outside environment, such as the communities around it who have dependency on the forest itself. These are the reasons we choose agroforestry as our innovation.
Before we can start the rehabilitation program, we need to determine the best option for the program. The best and most logical option for protection forests are the utilization of non-timber forest product or NTFPS, as it's illegal to exploit their wood products. It's preferable to choose a type that can be offer extra value. For example, the potential to prevent erosion and avalanches. One of the indicators that can be used to determine these extra values are the root system. A research has been conducted by Ogi and Krishnawati to analyze the potential of NTFPS usage to promote the rehabilitation of protection forests. These are based on land characteristic and also the root system characteristic.
For the land characteristics, the supporting data that have been gathered includes base maps and thematic maps. These also include land cover maps, soil type, slope, administration, and location.
The characteristic of root system can be determined from the value of root grip index or RGI and root anchor index or RAI, which is the ratio of horizontal root diameter or vertical root diameter with the stem diameter. The values of RGI and RAI is classified based on categories which can be seen in the table on the screen. To determine the type of NTFP with the best potential of utilization in protection forest rehabilitation, we have to analyze the root system and also the species. The suitable NTFP are ones with the suitability class S1, S2, or S3, and with the rooting system with medium or high values of RGI and RAI. The suitability class of NTFP can be categorized into 4 classes according to FAO. The first is suitable, if the land characteristic for every parameter is fulfilled with growth requirement. The second is quite suitable, if limiting factor is present but it is not too severe and can be managed with extra investment and technological help. The third is marginally suitable, if the limiting factor can only be managed with advanced technology and great investment. And the last is not suitable, if the limiting factor is too severe.
For seed procurement, you can build a nursery. There are 4 classes of nurseries that are generally known. First, SS. Seed stands are built usually from production stands with the condition that these stands have higher growth than the same old stands in that location. Second is SPA. Seed production area is the same as SS, with the difference that the selectors have cut down the trees that grow inferiorly or have poor growth, so that the remaining trees are the trees with the best phenotypes in the population. The third is SSO. Seedling seed orchard was built starting with the construction of a progeny test, which was designed as a genetic test with a standard research design. So, the seeds produced by SSO had a very high quality. Fourth is CSO. Clonal seed orchard is the next level of SSO. At one of the stages of the CSO, cloning was carried out so that the resulting seeds had a uniform quality and genetics. We make this nursery as an innovation because we can rehabilitate protection forests with seeds that has a genetic and quality that we expect.
There are 3 important points in deciding this planting. These points include planting system, planting pattern, and plant manufacturing system. As for the planting system, we decided that the most suitable system would be the PAT system, since the site of protection forest is usually located on mountains with sloping land. The sloping system could reduce soil erosion. Then, for the planting pattern, we choose random, because our object of observation is protection forest, which has the main function as protection for life support system. As for the last, plant manufacturing system, since we want to apply agroforestry to help with the social economic condition of the community around the forest. We think that the best option would be the intercropping system.
And that concludes our presentation today. We are sorry for any inconvenience. Thank you for your attention and we hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. We are open for discussions.